Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. Come on in and grab a chair. Today on the show, we're making a couple of viewer requests. We're going to be making hot ham sandwiches. We'll be making thin sliced griddle fries to go with it, and we'll be doing it all right here on the Blackstone Griddle. Let's get busy because I'm hungry. A couple of weeks ago in the comments section, I had a conversation with viewer and frequent commenter James. James said, "A long time ago, I was traveling on I-80 through Iowa and stopped at a diner for lunch. I sat at the booth and ordered a hot ham sandwich, which I was intrigued with, never having heard of it. Basically cooked in front of me, it was ham on a griddle and Swiss cheese on a griddle toasted bun. I think copious amounts of butter was involved and something came flying out of a shaker. It was delicious. I was told it was a Midwestern thing. Is that still a thing? And if so, would you consider doing a video on this in the future? Cheers." I used to see hot ham or hot ham and cheese sandwiches around here served on a big old hamburger bun. Sometimes they would slice a ham, and other times they would use a ham steak. Either way, it was delicious. But as time and tastes have changed, that sandwich has kind of disappeared. So, challenge accepted, James. And since man doesn't live by hot ham sandwiches alone, we'll also be making some griddle potatoes. But this time, we'll be doing thinly sliced potatoes that we just have to parboil for just a few minutes. This cooking method of potatoes was also a viewer suggestion from I Like Chicken Wing 100. I Like Chicken Wing 100 said, "For sliced potatoes, I'm determined to reproduce what I've enjoyed many times at an ideal hot dog nearby. I know they boil their potatoes, though not sure if before or after slicing. So let's recreate this lost sandwich, and also let's recreate this old hot dog chili parlor method for making griddle potatoes." For starters, like I said, we're gonna take our mandolin and we're gonna put it on the medium setting. Not super thin like we would do for Oklahoma onion burgers, onions, but pretty thin. So we're just gonna very carefully cutting a slice. You can see that's pretty darn thin. But not too thin. It'll cook, but it won't cook in seconds. So we'll just very quickly go through here and very carefully. It goes pretty fast, especially if you use good technique, which I don't. Then we'll get down to the end and we'll use our guard. That's good. We don't need the end of that potato. Potatoes are pretty easy on a mandolin because they're long. As long as you don't get sloppy. One last potato and we'll be done. That's good. Okay, there, 3 potatoes, just like that. Now, normally, if we were going to throw these right straight on the grill, I'd say we should rinse them and give them several rinses to get the starch off them. But since we're going to put them in a pot here, we're going to parboil them for just 4 or 5 minutes. We'll go ahead and get the water started and put them on the water, and that'll double as a starch rinse also. So we'll go ahead and start the water, and we'll talk to you again when it's time to put the potatoes on. Well, our water on our induction cooktop got to a boil in a real hurry. I don't have a lot of experience with an induction cooktop. They seem to get the water done really quick. So a lot of power. I don't exactly understand it all. Something to do with magnets. I don't know. So anyway, we have our potatoes that we've very thinly sliced with our mandolin, and now we're going to just very gently drop them into the water, where they will cook for just minutes. This is just strictly a parboil. We do not want them to get completely cooked. Give them a quick stir with the only thing I thought to bring with me. Have everything else, never thought about something to stir the potatoes. We just want to make sure that there's water separation between all the potatoes, otherwise it'll take a lot longer to get them parboiled. Okay, we got that going. So let's just go ahead and set a timer for about, let's say 4 minutes. That's about all we're gonna need, because I don't think it's gonna take long to get this big induction cooker back to boiling again. The next time we talk, the potatoes will be parboiled. As soon as they're done, I'm gonna take them inside because I wanna get them stopped cooking as quickly as possible, get them drained into a colander and get some cold water on them so that they stop cooking. Otherwise they get too far gone. Nobody wants that. So next time we talk, we'll have some cooled potatoes and then we can start cooking stuff on the griddle. See you then. Okay, let's get this party started. Just like I said I was going to, I went in, after parboiling the potatoes, I went in and rinsed them with cool water, and now they're cool, almost crumbly potatoes, which I think is just about what we want. So we're gonna put some oil down in this grill. We've got the grill about, the griddle's about 375, 400 degrees, so that's about right. We'll go ahead and use the middle section of the grill because since there's nothing else on there, we'll just spread quite a bit of oil down. Spread it out a little bit. And then put our potatoes on. And they're not completely dry, so this may be a little exciting. That's okay. Go ahead and spread them out best as we can. Because that's what I really find is that, you know, they'll cook in multiple slices, but they do better off if they just can separate a little bit. So we'll separate them as much as we can into a single slice. We got a nice big grill, we might as well use it. I get the feeling these aren't going to take very long to cook because they're so thin and then being parboiled. I will admit, I haven't done this before. I made them yesterday when I was practicing, and I didn't parboil them, and they cooked pretty quick. Not terrible quick, but they weren't exactly what I was looking for, which was something that's going to fall apart on the griddle, which is, I think, what these are doing. The picture I saw from the hot dog chili parlor had potatoes that looked just about like this, and they were just pretty much falling apart. Okay, now we'll do our best to neglect those for a little bit, and I guess we'll put some salt and pepper onto them. But just, you know, how do you make good hash browns? Butter and neglect. Well, same goes for these. And salt. But I get the feeling we're not going to have to wait too long before we have to move these to the side and start cooking real food, because these aren't going to take very long. Let's just take a peek. Nope. It'll take a little bit. It won't be too bad, but it will take a little bit. Okay, see you in just a few minutes. Okay, our potatoes are coming right along. Oh, look at them. Oh yeah. Mrs. Paul Plays with Fire calls these potatoes potato chips. Or maybe that means I'm cooking them too thin, I don't know. But they look just perfect. I think what they need though is a little more butter. I'm just gonna put a little butter onto them. That'll help with the browning some too. We'll just kind of toss them around in that butter. Then I think we're just gonna move them off to the side. Maybe we'll turn this burner off so we have a cool place to put them. Oh yeah. Better try one of those just to make sure it's okay. Oh, that's good. That's really good. We'll let those cook for a little bit more. Meanwhile, we've got some buns we gotta toast. Let's go ahead and get that going. I've already buttered the buns. And so we'll just put them down here for just a few minutes to get them ready. And while we're doing that, I think we'll go ahead and put our ham steak on, because it's a big honking piece of meat and it needs a little bit of time. I think I measured this is about 6.5, almost 7 ounces. So we'll just find a spot for this. That looks like a good spot. I think we need a little butter underneath that too. Oops, I said underneath it. There we go. That'll help with the browning too. Kind of helps with that, get a nice little browning little meat reaction to it. Very, very pleasant, especially on a big old ham steak like this. That didn't take very long. That looks good. We'll set that aside. Set that one over there. Yep, looks real good. That's just what we want. Set that one over there. Oh yeah, this is gonna come together really fast. Oh, very nice. Nice top cap. Oh yeah, 4 for 4 on the buns. Nice. Okay, now since that burner is still going, we'll go ahead and get our other one, our ham slices started. I know I mentioned it earlier that sometimes it's a ham steak, sometimes it's sliced ham. I couldn't decide which to do, so I decided to do both. I just couldn't think of the downside to that. We'll put a little butter down over here for our ham, and we have about the same amount of ham slices as we do in ham steak. So, what was it, 6.5 ounces? So 6.5 ounces of ham slices. And there's something about the butter and the ham that's pretty magical. And these ham slices don't take very long either. They go pretty fast. Really fast. They go really fast. I turned this burner off too. Let's turn this over. Oh yeah, look at that color. Oh, that looks really nice. Get a little butter down on the underside of that. This will try. We'll get it in there somehow. Meanwhile, I'm going to move these back off the flame because I think our potato crisps are done. Oh, they look good. They look really good. Need to get some cheese on. We're going 2 slices on the steak, and we're going to go ahead and layer up 3 slices here and put a slice of cheese on. Then we'll layer up 2 slices here and put some cheese on. And let that sit for a little bit. I think we'll go ahead and put a dome down on that one. Okay, let's move this off to the side. Those seem to be melting pretty good on their own. This one still needs a little work, and I need some place to put my cutting board. So ham is a pretty clean cook, so it's not that big a deal. We'll just move a little bit of this off. Oh, there, that's shaping up nicely. I love this part. We're going to take this big old 6 3/4 ounce ham steak, put it right there. That looks good. We're going to put this 6 3/4 ounces of. We'll put a lid on that one. We'll put a lid on that one too. I'm going to cut one of these in half. I think it's this one. There. Doesn't that look good? That looks just really nice. Kind of a walk down memory lane. Whew. Okay, I know this is going to be hot, but I'm going to dig in anyway. Those are really good. Some of them are crisp. I like chicken wings 100. That's a good call. That's good tasting. Good tasting potatoes. Now we're gonna look at this. Look at that cross section. The layers of ham with the caramelization on each layer just adds an almost bacon-like consistency. And then the nuttiness of the Swiss really comes through, and the toastiness of the bun. What a taste treat. I decided I needed to cut this one too. Oh, there's your cross section right there. Look at that. Whew. This doesn't have quite the caramelization because it's one big piece of ham, but it does have that whole sweet cherrywood smoked flavor going for it. Plus, it just reminds you of the ham you had the day after Easter on a sandwich. I mean, that's what it is. It's an after Easter ham sandwich. Well, that was good, and I thank you for the viewers for submitting suggestions. Next week, I have another viewer suggestion. We're going to make chili cheesesteak sandwiches. You didn't hear me wrong. I didn't say Philly cheesesteak. I said we're going to be making chili cheesesteak sandwiches. Another viewer suggestion next week. Check it out. This has been Parboil with Fire. Thanks for watching.